right, man. It's that time of the week because it's Thursday. Thursday is the day after Hump Day. It's also Friday Junior. What are you gonna say?
Finish the damn intro, man.
Friday Junior. One day after Hump Day. It's the Straight Talk Podcast. It's your boy Phil on the car phone. Next to me is Rev, bro. What's that? Let's get the show on the road, man. We got to start it off with question of the day, as usual. Of course, this segment of the podcast where I ask Rev to the left of me a question and grade him on his answer. Grades are completely subjective. Last week I gave him a 25, and that was just a grade. So this week, question of the day is, it's about pretty much the same person we talked about last week, Draymond. Draymond made news, headline news. He was on KD's podcast, Kevin Durant's podcast. So they just had a couple different moments that were kind of highlighted. I just got done listening to it not too long ago, kind of listened to all the extra stuff that they talked about. But some of the highlight moments was they talked about the Clippers game where they got into it famously in 2018, going into 2019. They talked about the moments after 2016 finals where Draymond was crying on the phone, allegedly.
I need help,
which according to the podcast is not how it went.
Why would they admit to it? Yeah, I was being a little pussy on the phone asking him could he come because 73-9 wasn't enough.
I don't see 2 years from now. I don't see a reason to lie about it. But anyway, that's not the point. What were your thoughts?
Would you admit as a grown ass man that you was crying on the phone begging me to come to your team?
2 years ago?
You would admit.
Yeah.
I'm taking that to the grave. I ain't never telling them. I'll let y'all run with that rumor.
It's not that serious.
I'm not finna be like, yeah, man, we was down bad. Best team on paper ever. I was calling him, begging him to come because I was crying because LeBron beat me. No, I'm not admitting to that.
I mean,
I would do it the way he had one quote and was like, whatever one y'all want to run with, y'all got it. That's how I would always address it.
It is what it is, bro. But other than that, let's just get some of your takes and your thoughts on the podcast and some of the quotables from the podcast.
I don't care about none of that. Look,
because like I said, I listened to it. Did you listen to it?
No. If it's Draymond, I don't have nothing to tune into. It's KD's podcast. I don't want to hear anything you got to say.
That's double cap.
Anyway, wipe my nose with that BS. It's stinking here now. My issue was him talking about young players being soft. Because you try to talk trash, and they're not feeding into it. Here's my thing with that, first of all, right? A lot of these guys, excuse me, I feel like I got a burp. It's not coming.
Yeah, it's a reflux.
Oh, no, yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Anyway, so a lot of these players grew up in an AAU era. A lot of these guys I'm playing against now, I grew up with you. We was teammates. The AAU scene is super teams for teenagers. So, what we out here beefing for? We grew up together, eating ham sandwiches after the games. Like, I'm not going to be on the court acting like Russell Westbrook and Draymond Green, like, going at everybody's neck. Half of these guys I grew up around. Some of y'all I grew up watching. Like, they don't have that edge. And you as the NBA player, like the vet at this point, we don't watch y'all OGs sit here and team up with all your buddies or want to act like y'all so hard and then be taking pictures with them, riding each other's jocks. So, like, you want to talk about we soft? Y'all soft. You be having all that smoke for LeBron when you playing him and then be the first one posting pictures with him, talking about, yeah, no, you are the GOAT on the shop and all of that. But then on the court, you want it to be believable when you want to go at his neck? Shut up. Now, what I will say, you know, you playing both sides, but they want to try to call people out. Like a guy like Russ, everybody act like, you know, on the court, he just not that. But even off the court, he still ain't buddy with these guys. Like, he'll be like, what's up? But you don't ever see him in the club with these people, besides James Harden. They grew up together. Other than that, Draymond, you seem, that's fake. You want to sit there and cuss out KD as a competitor and as a teammate, but then want to be, you soft, bro. You can't call out these 19, 20-year-olds. This is the culture they grew up in. Watching y'all and on the AAU scene playing together and growing up together, this is what they're accustomed to. Like, you can't expect us to get up here and act like, oh, we so cutthroat. I've known you since I was 10, bro. Like,
What I will say,
y'all are 30. I've been watching you since I was 8. Like, I'm not tripping off y'all. I'm not gonna trash talk with Draymond Green. I'm a 19-year-old. You're a 3-time NBA champion, 2-time DPOY. Like, what am I finna trash talk with you for?
It was kind of weird because it's like, I think I'm starting to realize that maybe you are as well. It's like a cycle. The young guys are always going to be looked down by the older guys in the league.
They're soft and they're this and that.
They're going to be soft. Like, at one point, Jordan and his crew was soft to Julius Erving and everybody in the 70s and 80s.
And all of them, yeah.
But once they got older and then they looking down,
yeah.
I feel like it's the same way. Like, I remember, for instance, my example was when we was in high school. Everybody, like, my freshman year of high school, I was real little. And, like, the seniors was talking about, like, why the freshmen so little this year? And, like, and they just kept saying, like, we was all little. And then we was like, we're not little. We, like, barely shorter than y'all. But when we was seniors,
we got up there. We looking at them
like, bro, this a freshman? Like, you look like a straight 12-year-old. So I think that's what it is. It is what it is. That's what it's always going to be in basketball. So I think it's just they kind of get into. And he even said, like, I don't want. He's starting to sound like Barkley, which he was. Like, you get into. You probably just getting to that point where you realize, like, yeah, Barkley said a lot of dumb shit, but once you get to it, you start to see these younger guys, and now you are the OG, and now you are retired. Once you get to that point, it's like, man, Barkley. It sounded dumb, but he really like a lot of things Barkley says, like,
you seeing it.
Yeah, he makes sense of what he says. It's just kind of off the wall sometimes. Like, Barkley, I feel like I agree with a lot with what Barkley says. But what I will say is that he wasn't talking about the buddy off the court, because KD was talking about he was talking about basically the same thing you just said as far as AAU growing up and being friends. But what they were talking about was being on the court. They don't have that competitive. They don't have that competitiveness that they feel like they have in themselves. I think about Draymond. Like, Draymond was never buddy with LeBron on the court. Like, they went at it, but off the court they did have that. So they were just saying on the court competitiveness.
Even in your generation aren't like that.
Yeah,
you're like that. KD talk shit. Like I said, it don't matter who he playing. Down by 30, up by 50. Russ talk shit regardless and go at you the whole game. It's only so many of y'all that's like that.
Right.
The players that you play with aren't like that. So you want to talk about 20-year-olds.
Infamously in the playoffs when LeBron, like, dapped up Paul George when he was in Indiana. Yeah. I mean,
in the club with Danny Green right after he just whooped his ass in the finals.
Yeah. But then they also made the point that they was talking about, like, we didn't go on a golf trip. Like, we wasn't golfing together like Danny Ainge and Michael Jordan. In the middle of the series, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's just a cycle. Again, I think that's a great example. I just came up
to a certain extent. Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson, best of friends, kissing each other on the cheek and shit. So you can point that out in any generation.
Yeah.
But even within his own generation, you don't even have players that's built like that. It's you and like 3 or 4 other guys you can really name off the top of your head. So to me, it was just like an unfair thing to even bring up. Like,
it's unfair.
It's kind of a reach to me. But you're becoming that OG.
The example that I made,
yeah,
not to try to toot my own horn, but I feel like that is a good example of what it is.
No, for real. An A.
I am going to give myself an A for that one. Because I came off top, you know what I'm saying? I made a good point. What did I say?
St. Louis legend Patrick McCaw is getting waived by the Raptors.
Oh, that sucks. But yeah, I think that's a good, like, it's just a cycle of kind of just life, really, growing up. Once you get old, and I see this in my dad so much, it's like, you just, and I ask him, like, why are you so upset? Like easily upset. He's like, man, you just get to a certain age, you just see the same stuff over and over again. You just get tired of it. So it's like, it's kind of that. So, but yeah, I agree. He was kind of. It was weird to hear him say that. I was like, bro, they say that about your generation all the time.
Hello.
And now you're saying the same thing about the younger generation. So that was kind of made me think it's just like a cycle of, you know, we all living the same life in different ways. In the same way.
Next time. It's time to go to the W.
Yeah, we talking about the W, man. We got another overview. And this one is the Dallas Wings, who I think have the most interesting offseason. Even though they ain't really signed nobody. They've gotten rid of a lot of people. I don't know if you guys remember, they made the trade to get the first overall pick a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, a little over a month ago. And they have a very young team.
True.
Extremely young team. Their best player is 23, Enrique Ogunbowale. No player on the team currently.
I was waiting on you to say it.
No player on the team currently is older than 27.
There you go.
And they only have 5 players on the team currently. So, have a really interesting offseason.
Mm-hmm.
And guess how many draft picks they got? Not 1. Not 2. Not 3. This is just the first round. How many first round draft picks they got? But 4. They got 4 first round draft picks, and 3 of those are in the top 5.
The 4th one falls within the top 10.
The 4th one falls within the top 10.
You got
and then
3
they
of
also
the top
have
5 picks.
And then they also have the first pick of the second round.
That's cheating, bro.
They got a lot of picks, but I mean,
and they got the
unfortunately,
number 1 and 2 back to
this
back.
is not the craziest deep draft. It's not like,
yeah.
But they do have some pieces in this draft.
3 of the top 5 players in the draft.
The number 1 pick is probably gonna be I'm losing her name and I apologize, but it's Charlie Collier.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Collier, who's the big from Texas, the center out of Texas.
Excuse me, sir.
You
go ahead. Yeah,
Charlie Collier is the senior out of Texas. He's probably pretty much the top player in the draft this year. And then they also, she's the up-and-comer of the NCAA women's tournament. Ari McDonald is projected to be their 5th pick.
Mm-hmm.
So I like this team because they have these young players, and I always like the younger players. They have the talent to be really good in the WNBA, but this year I just feel like since the draft is only like a couple months from the beginning of the season, it's going to be a while before they actually get to put it together and, are actually able to make damage. But I think this is the early
building project.
This is the early signs, and they have a new black women's coach. So I think this is going to be an exciting team in the future. It's going to be tough early on because, again, they got the super young team. They're throwing it all together right now, and the season starts in like late June, early July. So it's going to be exciting to see what they do with this team, and I'm excited. This is probably going to be my favorite team.
Yeah.
This is my early team. Even though I always like the young teams, and I always like building processes of teams.
Right.
And I see that in this team. So you have 2 young stars, and Enrique and Satu Sabali. Then you're going to bring in the best player of this draft, Charlie Collier. The second best player of this draft, who's this girl from Finland, who I know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this dog coming out of Arizona who just led her team to the national championship, the little famous, which was cold, Ari McDonald. And another point guard you're going to add to the team. So it's like, they got a dog in Ari. We already know. Charlie is going to be a dog for sure.
Yeah.
Because she's a center. She's a big, and, man, like, if you seen her play,
once they develop this core.
And then they got Satu and Enrique. It's just like,
once they develop that core,
this is going to be the next, like, all-star, what we saw with Seattle this season. It's going to eventually get to that. If they can all stay healthy,
keep it together, stay healthy, keep
it together, and then, just continue to grow and get better. So
for sure.
I'm excited about this team. This is going to be my favorite team, Dallas Wings.
Also,
I'm claiming them now.
R.I.P. DMX.
Ah.
Apparently, they finally officially just announced it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. It was kind of one of those things I guess you did see coming, but
yeah,
it never makes it any better.
That sucks.
In a somber moment, our studio audience is enjoying something else and can't hear. So, forgive our laughter. It's not a funny moment. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Rest in peace, DMX, for sure.
Yeah, but I'm definitely looking forward to how this project plays out for the Dallas Wings. They got a lot of potential moving forward.
Yeah.
And it'll be fun to watch over the next couple of years. And even just this first year to see how all these rookies. Imagine, can you compete for Rookie of the Year with your own teammates?
Yeah, they're going to. I think Ari McDonald, she jumped up completely. They said she jumped up into the top 5. The last mock draft that I seen in WNBA, she wasn't even in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So her postseason, her playoffs, it turned off somehow.
Where's the?
Just gonna turn that guy off. Her championship run, obviously put her through the roof, and it's crazy because she was in the women's NIT last year. They won the championship last year, and then they come to this season and they almost won the national championship. So that's pretty cool to see. Her story is already gonna be interesting, and so I like this team. This is my team.
For sure. I'll be keeping an eye.
And they got the black woman coach.
Yeah. Also talking about the WNBA, they got some. We got the official images of the City Edition jerseys.
Yeah.
Those jerseys
They
are
tough.
bad, bro.
They tough.
A lot of those are better than NBA jerseys. And NBA teams be having 3, 4, 5 jerseys, I feel like.
Yeah.
And those WNBA City Editions, killing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who got the best jersey in the NBA and the WNBA? Phoenix. The Phoenix Mercury and the Phoenix Suns. They both got them real cold, like sunset looking jerseys, man. Oh, man. Those are crazy.
Yeah. We're looking at them. They tough.
That Phoenix jersey is hard, bro.
Oh, is that the women's jersey too? Oh yeah.
You know the men's one kind of.
I like the New York Liberty though with the quality.
The New York Liberty, it kind of looked like that Buzz City Hornets when they got this year.
That one's tough.
Yep.
The Chi-Town, that's hard.
Yeah, the Chicago Sky got a nice one.
Yeah.
The Atlanta, I almost called them the Atlanta Hawks because those look like Atlanta Hawks jerseys for real.
They do.
Atlanta's got a nice one. I really like the Los Angeles Sparks jersey. I do like that one too.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's just, to me, Los Angeles Sparks, same with the Lakers, it's just so classic.
OG, yeah.
You know, you can't go wrong when you just
that's
like
the OG.
that is
it's a throwback.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's a couple of them that aren't so,
like Seattle too.
They aren't so great. Like, with every bunch of jerseys, you got a couple that's, The Indiana Fever got that Stranger Things looking one, though.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, yeah. Is that what that's old too?
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. Mm-hmm. I ain't never really watched Stranger Things, so.
Me neither, but I know it when I see it.
This Washington Rise.
Yeah, that kind of look like the Bullets.
The Bullets.
OG jerseys.
So yeah, man, they definitely did the thing with the jerseys this year.
Yeah.
It's good to see. It's good. I'm happy to see that.
I like that a lot of them are similar to their NBA counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of tough. Like the Minnesota Lynx, that definitely does kind of look like the Minnesota Timberwolves jersey. So I do like that there's that, unity across the sister franchise. Right. But just in general, man, there's some cold jerseys up in there. I think they came with better heat than the NBA did this year. Because that Chicago Sky jersey,
and that one's
that one is hard.
That's probably the best one. I'm taking that over Phoenix.
I definitely will take it over Phoenix. Okay. I think that Phoenix one is just real smooth, but that Chicago Sky goes crazy to me.
I like the color on the New York Liberty.
Yeah.
That quality.
Like I said, I like that color because it's the Hornets got a jersey that same color, and to me, that's one of the coldest jerseys in the league this year. So they went hard to me in the designing this year. So I do appreciate that.
Can't wait to see them on the court for sure.
For sure. But that's really it for the W, man. We got the team overview out the way. Shouted out them new jerseys. Let's talk about that ESPN top. What was it? Top 10 players under 25, something like that. Let me pull up the list for you, Josh, because you said you didn't see it.
Yeah, my bad. Should have had that up already.
Yeah.
This wasn't an April Fool's list, was it?
No, this came out after April Fool's. There it is.
Top 10 players under 25.
No, 25 under 25, but we're just going to focus on the top 10.
Oh, you got to keep in mind it is by future potential, though.
Oh, that's fair, but keep scrolling.
That kind of changes my... He says can't look at it. This is an ESPN Plus. You got ESPN Plus? I do have it. I should have. Hold up.
Let me just pull up the list, man. Josh, you have one job.
Strike one. What you gonna do? Strike two.
I don't even remember where Darius sent it to me yet, but I know I talked to Adrian about it. Let me pull that back up.
I got it.
10 hours later. My bad, y'all.
Oh, no.
All right, so look. Number one player, Luka Doncic. Oh, you tried to airdrop it. Okay. I see it up there. Josh, hit the decline for me. I got it right here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it popped up the. So number 1, we got Luka Doncic. I feel like that's fair. Number 2, Zion Williamson. Number 3, LaMelo Ball. Number 4, Donovan Mitchell.
He only 24.
Number 5, Jason Tatum. Number 6, De'Aaron Fox. And I think this other list should have the rest to round out the top 10. Don't sleep on De'Aaron. He's been having a hell of a month.
Yeah.
Go back and look at the stats. He's been balling. All right, to bottom out the 10, number 7 is Ben Simmons. Number 8, Devin Booker. 9, Bam Adebayo. 10, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What to you about this list is maybe questionable?
There's no Ja Morant.
Oh. Yeah.
Easily. I feel like Ja Morant is going to be the dog of the NBA. It's going to be like Ja Morant is
no joke.
Last year he basically was leading his team to the eighth seed.
Yeah.
I think that's a glaring
discrepancy.
snub.
Yeah, for sure. Let me pull it back up. My picture went away.
Let me see. Cause I feel like they're missing some. Who else are they missing? They're missing. I feel like they're missing somebody else. I feel like LaMelo is extremely high.
My personal opinion, before we really
I feel
get
like
into more
LaMelo
of this list,
is really high.
LaMelo should be number 1.
LaMelo should be number 1.
And this is why I say that.
No.
Because I'm totally capping.
Okay.
I just saying. ESPN to me puts out these lists and these articles solely to get their clicks up.
Yeah.
Just to troll and piss people off.
Because it doesn't matter.
Because it really doesn't matter. But how the hell... Now, don't get me wrong. Based off potential, LaMelo's got good court vision. He definitely moves with some pace. He's a great rebounder. And he's gotten better, and his percentages in scoring have only gotten better as the season gone on. So, off potential, is he up there? Sure. But number 3 already?
That's tough.
When Donovan Mitchell has put on some amazing performances in regular season and playoffs already, Jason Tatum has had some really good games, regular season and playoffs.
De'Aaron Fox is high for me, too. Go back to the
Fox,
top 10 list.
7 was Ben Simmons. Then was 8? Bam Adebayo.
It's like, I feel like Ben Simmons been in the league longer than KD.
His rookie year been long as hell, to be quite honest.
Really? Like, I can't believe he's still under 25. But it's like, some of these players, like, I feel like we kind of know what we got already out of Ben Simmons. Like,
honestly, that's how I feel.
I feel like if you're
Jason
basing
Tatum.
it off potential, but I can see Jason Tatum getting better. Because like Jason, like how Kobe got better throughout his career. Like I see that in Jason Tatum. Like he's going to continue to get better each year. Same with Donovan Mitchell. He's going to keep getting better every year.
Donovan Mitchell should be higher on that list. 40 and 50-point games. It's not like it's been once or twice. And he's only in his 3rd or 4th year and has already had a couple big 40 and 50-point games.
Are they still the number 1 seed? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, they still the number 1 seed, but it's like you're the number 1 seed, but are you an Atlanta Hawks number 1 seed, or are you
Charlotte Hornets ain't doing nothing?
Cleveland
LaMelo
Cavs
is 3.
number 1 seed? Yeah, LaMelo is way too high for me.
Luka Doncic is way lower in the playoff list than as far as a team, so that's why it's hard. You can't even really talk about teams because you gotta focus solely on players.
You can't argue with Luka though, because it's like
Luka's definitely number 1.
Yeah, he's almost a MVP already, MVP caliber already. Last year he was MVP.
Now Zion being number 2, I feel like is more so. Y'all just love Zion. Zion is a hell of a player. I wouldn't be mad at top 5, but number 2, I don't know.
I would say I would agree with that, but Zion is
already
already averaging 26 points a game.
And I'll give him that because he's big and strong as hell for sure. But
20 years old, that's crazy. If you really think about him averaging 26. No, I'm sorry.
I can't have Zion above Donovan Mitchell right now.
Yes, you can.
Donovan Mitchell's only going to get better?
Based on a future, it's based off of future potential. He's already averaging 26 points a game. He's 20 years old. He's higher on the list. I agree with Zion being that high. For him, if he was averaging like 18 points a game, I would be kind of more on par with you. But he averaging 26 at 20. And like, he still, like, is not really, like, if you've seen him play, he's like, he can point guard. Like, he handles the ball.
He can. Because he ain't always used to be this big. But
And then he's able to. All his points are coming off for just getting to the bucket. Like he ain't expanding his game at all, and he's still averaging 26. That's crazy if you really think about it.
I understand that. And I'm not mad at it, which is why I said top 3, top 5, okay. But Donovan Mitchell, to me, based off of potential, has not only shown me how great of a player he can be regular season, but there's no drop-off. Playoffs, he's still consistently dropping buckets, doing everything his team needs. Donovan Mitchell will run the point and still drop 30, 40 on you. And still get steals and assists.
It's tough.
And still get blocks.
It's tough because
Donovan Mitchell is such a solid all-around talent that it's hard for me to say, based off of what I've already seen, Zion, as far as potential, is already above Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, to me, looks like once we get rid of these guys that are in their 30s, the Stephs, the KDs, the Russes, all of these other dudes, Donovan Mitchell is going to be that guy. He's going to be one of them top 3 players in the league. So it's hard for me to say, based off of what I've already seen. I've seen 3 to 4 years of Donovan Mitchell. I see what people say about Zion, but come on now. What Donovan Mitchell has been doing in a constant improvement every year, you really going to tell me already?
When I think about Donovan Mitchell, I think about Damian Lillard. Who I said it this year.
Donovan Mitchell is Baby D Wade, man.
Or Baby D Wade. I'll give you that one too. But at no point in D Wade's career was he the best player in the league, other than one season maybe. Who was always in front of him? LeBron.
Okay.
That's what I see as Zion. Like when I think I say Dame, I'll say Dame. Dame, I say like, yeah, Dame. I feel like he is top 2, 3 players in the league right now. Like the way he plays, I feel like he's up there.
2, 3 point guards, maybe. Players.
I said last year that he was the best player at one point, and this year I feel like he was gonna win MVP. I mean, it's just me. It's just what I say.
Did I ever get a grade?
I didn't
grade for what?
I graded myself.
He didn't ask you a question.
That's fair.
I gave you an A. I gave myself an A.
Thank you.
Moving forward.
Yeah. But I see Donovan Mitchell is like falls in that D Wade / Dame lane. Where they're gonna be great players, but averaging 26 on your second season at 20 years old, like Zion is on the pace to be best player in the world if he's able to continue to improve his game. Like think if Zion all of a sudden gets a jumper.
He got one. He shot less threes here than he has his rookie year. He does have one. No, I understand what you're saying.
And think about it, if he gets it to the point where he's point guarding and he can facilitate the ball, like, that's going to be tough. You can't stop him going to the lane. He's got a jumper you got to think about. And now he's making his teammates better. Not to say he going to be LeBron, but, like, that's just, like, what I think of. That's his peak potential. Of him maybe being able to do that. For
Donovan, coulda, shoulda is why he should be number 2.
It's based off future potential.
But
that's what it is.
So just so we can be clear, I'm pulling up De'Aaron Fox's.
Yeah, it's impressive. I didn't realize he was averaging 25, but I feel like you said he was 6 on the list. He's 6.
He's number 6. Yeah, I'm trying to see. He went on a pretty decent stretch lately. All right.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm taking Ant over De'Aaron
31-9, 44-7, 37-3, 28-7, 32-7, 29-8, 32-12, 29-11, 38-12. He has been going crazy lately.
Yeah. But they've been losing.
You can say that about a lot of players on this list. I think what's shocking to me.
I thought that wasn't the point of the list. I thought the point of the list was that player's potential. So what are you talking about his team for?
Yeah, but I mean,
what is
you can get 30 points in a loss. It's not as impressive as 30 points in a W.
You know who done had 30 points in a loss? God. Zion, future best player in the league.
I agree.
So shut up.
So that to me doesn't hurt the argument because it's solely this player.
Okay.
So Brad Bill's not impressive. Shut your ass up.
I mean, yeah. It's a difference, but are the Pelicans in the playoffs race?
I think they're outside looking in, but they're probably close.
Okay. They're much closer than Sacramento, I guarantee it.
I don't know about that, Bucko. Let's take a look at it.
Let's look. But I'm taking. No, that's definitely not it. I'm taking.
Iguodala.
I'm taking Anthony Edwards over De'Aaron Fox.
I want Iguodala.
Iguodala.
Yeah, let's hit them standings real quick. Western Conference, of course. Pelicans are 11 at 22 and 29, and the Kings are 22 and 29 at 12. Yeah, shut the hell up, man. Shut the hell up.
I'm taking Anthony Edwards over De'Aaron Fox though. But it'll be interesting to see.
Anyway, quick commercial
I
break.
think he has a little more potential than De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is good though. I don't mind. I'm capping a little bit. I agree.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Anywho,
that's a fun topic though. It's because it's always like projecting. We don't know who's gonna be the best.
Also,
player.
to me,
it's gonna end up being somebody we're not even talking about.
Bam Adebayo has been pretty much consistently the best player on Miami for a while. This year, Jimmy Butler is definitely looking like their best player, but like they kind of take turns on who's the alpha guy, whatever, the Batman. And he's 8 or 9 on the list, I think. And his team has gotten to a finals. He's a huge offensive player, can run the point as a center, plays defense good as well. And you got him at 7 or 8 on the list?
Yeah.
Over guys that have still done nothing yet. So potential, like, okay, I get sky can be the limit for some people, but
they're definitely capable.
I've already shown you what I am. And I can only get better from here.
I 100% think Ja should be. I'm taking Ja over Zion, really. I would take Luka. For me, it's Luka, then Ja.
After all that.
So Donovan Mitchell, no, but Ja, hell yeah, over Zion.
Yeah. Future potential, like I think Ja is one of the future dogs of the league.
Donovan Mitchell is a dog right now, bro. And is still young as hell.
Yeah,
he's under 25 and will continue to be a dog.
I can't believe he's under 25. He just seemed like he's been in the league so long.
Because he's so poised and he's cold as hell.
Yeah.
He ain't playing like one of these little boys.
So what I say? I'm not taking Donovan over Zion.
That's what you said. But you'll take Ja.
I will take Ja.
You.
I got.
Next.
I'll play my favorite.
Next topic, please.
I'll play my favorite.
It's actually time.
Donovan is a little low. He is a little low.
Betty, man.
I might have been capable for Zion a little bit too.
You done talking, bro.
I be thinking about something. I be talking sometimes.
You just be talking out your ass. You just be talking. Just be bullshit.
I will admit on that one. I was kind of just.
Oh yeah, I'll take Ja over Zion for sure.
Hey, but no, Ja is definitely missing on that list.
He should be top 10, I feel.
No, he should be top 5.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do what you be doing.
He should be top 5, I think.
Anyway, let me pull it up.
They are in the playoffs. Grizzlies are in the playoff picture.
You know what I'm doing?
I'm digging my
Digging
own
the
grave.
hole.
Digging a hole. I'm not digging a hole. Like I said, I was caping for people.
All right, let me go back and look at the original tweet.
I just get stuck on Zion averaging 26 points at 20 years old. Like, I think that's impressive. But like I was just saying with De'Aaron Fox, like, he doing it and losing. So, come on, man. Oh, wait, I'm just talking to feel like you because you ain't got.
Damian Lillard tweeted the other day, "Whole childhood soundtrack is samples from the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire." Somebody replies to him with a Curry picture for his profile.
So, I love when they like famous people give these people the attention and just make them look stupid.
I should have told Damian Lillard, bro, stop tweeting about that. Send me a signed jersey and a couple pairs of shoes.
2 pairs of shoes.
So somebody replied to Dame and said, "Got a soundtrack for you. Curry
I'm rooting for you
me."
this year too.
By the way, I'm rooting for you to win it all, Dame. Soundtrack. Track 1, Curry owns me. Track 2, no rings. Track 3, I'm overrated. Track 4, no finals. Track 5, 10-0, featuring Warriors Big 4. So Dame quote tweets it and says, track 1, gonna touch 400 million before I'm 35. End of soundtrack. My kids only people who own me, baby. Let that marinate like neck bone juice.
That's pretty
tough.
good.
And then let me see. What somebody else say? Somebody said something to him. All that money, no legacy. To me, there's basketball accomplishments and then there's legacy. Which to me kind of goes back similar to Russ's whole stance last week.
Mm-hmm.
So what I will say is that's one thing I genuinely like about both of those guys. Y'all not finna sit here and talk crazy about me, trying to bully me, whatever.
I think it's
I got legacy. I got generational wealth. My family gonna be straight.
for real.
By the time
And
I'm
to talk
36,
about-
I'm good for
I will
life if I
fight
want to
you
be.
right now because we had this conversation months ago, and it really
No,
mainly
no, no, no,
started.
no, no, no,
Yes,
no,
we
no,
did.
no, no, no,
Yes,
no,
we
no.
did.
Here's the thing. Either way, he was going to make that money. So I'm not bullying you for not winning a ring. My thing was you gonna still make that money. And Giannis is
But it
young
don't
as
matter, it
hell.
was
He
his
gonna keep
choice.
getting max. You could win a ring and get 400 mil.
It was
Dame
a
ain't in a
choice.
position to do that because he's stuck in a contract right now. Giannis had a way out.
Okay,
Russ is stuck in a
He
contract right
didn't
now.
want a way out.
Giannis had a way out.
But he
And you
didn't wanna
chose
be-
to make
But
the
he
M's
wanted
and
to stay in
lose.
Milwaukee. That's the
He's the
point.
face of
You wanted to make the
Milwaukee.
M's and lose instead of make the same M's and win.
But how do you know he don't know he don't think he gonna lose? He at least he's better than him going to stay in Washington. You know you're gonna lose there. The Bucks at least win.
If he went to Washington with Damian Lillard there, they win maybe. Y'all could have fixed something. Y'all could have figured it out.
You gotta be straightforward across the board. Don't be switching just because you like your
I ain't
favorite
switching.
player.
I ain't
You
switching.
switching up.
No, because my thing is,
I think I'm going to try to make an effort to not put so much value in and getting rings.
I don't put that much value on rings because who wins
For these
rings?
players.
Patrick McCaw won 3 straight finals. The boy is butt cheeks. That's why he's getting released. He didn't do shit. He was just in a good situation. Robert Horry has more rings than a lot of the best players to ever touch a court. Situation.
Do not reflect the producer.
These views do reflect the producer. Because she be laughing the whole time I'm saying it. Patrick McCaw. I'm sorry, but my boy, you're trash. Also, shout out St. Louis. Ben McLemore is going to the Lakers.
Yeah.
I never laughed. I never
Yeah,
said
shout out to all St. Louis boys in the NBA.
I never.
Studio audience, I need you to relax.
Underdog, put that on there.
Put
We
that
didn't
on
miss
the
all
t-shirt.
the comments.
Shoot, it's just been Darian who been
Oh.
talking the whole time out loud.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of shouting, yeah, Damian Lillard was my petty Betty because I just like the Heat. In the soundtrack, I'll make 400 million before I turn 35.
Yeah, but I was gonna say to think about like where they came from, like to be making. It's always good to see black men, black people. Period. You know, especially in this day and age, athletes are getting their own platforms and actually not just losing their money, throwing their money away like Charles Barkley do with gambling in Las Vegas and stuff like that.
You had to make that
Antoine
direct
Walker.
shot, didn't you? Huh?
Yeah.
You just had to put him on
I mean, it's
blast.
famous. They famous, on them, but he's still making money too. But it's good to
Allen
see
Iverson
them
type
getting their
beat.
money. Yeah.
Do not reflect the producer.
But anyway,
What you
speaking of
speaking on,
shout,
Mark?
man, I'm gonna be speaking about something a little different this week. Man,
What's in your pockets, bro? You making me nervous.
my bad. That's my keys. Man, it's a new game that we was playing over the weekend. Video game called Cross City Kings or something like that. It's a dodgeball game. You gotta check it out. You seen that? It's a dodgeball game, man. It's a skill based dodgeball game. Hey, I'm gonna get you on it. It was pretty fun, man. Be on the lookout for that. If y'all into video games, competitive video games, sports games, it's a sports game. It's dodgeball. Check it out. Cross City Kings, I think is the name of it. I'm shouting them out because I played it over the weekend and had fun. I'm gonna get you to play it. You enjoy it. I guarantee you. It's a dope game. It's something different. It's not like a AAA title or nothing like that. So
I'm interested. The
Yeah.
dodgeball game sounds weird, but
it's not what you think. It's not like the dodgeball in the movie dodgeball. It's like hood dodgeball. Not hood dodgeball because it's not like they're
backyard
not.
type.
Yeah, it's like backyard dodgeball.
Okay.
It's a dope concept. It's skill based, so like there are gonna be players that are trash,
Mm-hmm.
and then with players that's good. So it's like that's going to keep the competitiveness high in it. Derek, I'm gonna play with Derek too. I'm gonna get her to play. It's actually a pretty fun game.
Oh,
So check that out. Cross City Kings, I think.
I'm gonna look it up.
Cross City Kings.
No, you know what? I think this dude I'm subscribed to on YouTube streamed it the other day, and I was like, "What is this?" And I just
it was
didn't
a
look at
beta. It was a
the beta was out.
Open beta.
Uh-huh.
Demo.
I remember. I need
It
to
comes
go back and
out,
watch
I
the
think,
video.
in either this month or next month. They can come out with the full game, and it's like 3-on-3 is what we was doing. They got 3-on-3, but you could do like private matches. We were doing 2-on-2, which it was hella fun, and we had a good time. And it's a new game. Anytime we got new games, like bring competitiveness. I like to play. So
So what I got?
that's something different. I feel like
No, you're right.
I'm shouting out no video game.
So what I was shouting about this, Josh. Honestly, this has been one of my favorite episodes because you've just been on bullshit all episode.
Really?
So it's giving me
It's
the
not
opportunity.
meant to it though.
Yeah, no, I like it. You're straightforward about being on bullshit.
Yeah.
You'll say all of it and then be like,
That whole.
I'm full of shit.
That whole potential. That was all just me. I was just thinking about stuff.
Kevin, so my Zion gonna be the GOAT, but Ja?
Yeah, I said Zion gonna be like LeBron James.
But I'd take Ja Morant over the next LeBron
I
James.
like Ja though. I feel like Ja gonna be like a dog in the league, and I just keep saying that. So I'm shut up. Dog is my word of the day.
No, it's okay. I'll wait.
Go ahead. Question of the day. I'm picking it out.
So, when I'm shouting about, I just want to shout out the 3 jobs I've had since coming out of college. The one consistent thing I've had 3 black bosses, which I thought was cool. But also, with those 3 black bosses, I've had 3 great relationships with them. So my first boss was only probably maybe 5 years tops older than me. Kind of like a big sister thing. We got along real well. Everybody else in the office act like they couldn't stand her. I ain't never have a problem with her. We was fine. Why y'all looking like that? What? Okay. I don't like how I'm being looked at by the studio audience. But we was fine, and I was always transparent with her about, I want to do other things. She was with that. She was supportive of it. Whatever. Moved on to my second job. He was my work dad because we were the only men that worked there for a minute. But also, me and his sons are like the same age, so he'd be like, every time he talked to me, he'd be like, I feel like I'm talking to one of my sons. We had a great relationship. Very transparent about what my intentions were as far as the job and my intentions to move upward and onward. Third job now, a black boss, another woman, old enough to be my mother, fully supportive of me not wanting to be at that job. If I talk to you about my job, I don't really like my job. Fully supportive of me leaving, has been since day one, and has even delayed my training and making me do actual work so I don't get stuck doing all this stuff all the time, so I have more time to focus on getting the hell out of there. So I've been lucky and fortunate enough to have 3 bosses that ain't been on my ass, ain't been micromanaging, ain't been on BS. Regardless of how everybody else may feel about them, they've always done right by me. So I wanted to shout out those 3 black individuals, and that's, to me, a unique experience. Most people, you have a boss you hate. I've been fortunate to go 3 for 3 so far. So I'm shouting about that.
Shout out to black people, period.
Hey, hold the pick up, man. Let them know
Just
what's up.
just all black people, you know what I'm saying? Proud to the people.
And on that note,
Hey, we done, man. We out of here. We'll see y'all next Thursday.
Over to the people.
Peace.
Peace, love, and